Hi everyone, welcome to World Writing in the Time of Corona. We're on day 402 and I'm taking us back to the Ordinary Workshop, which I've not done for quite a while. So all this requires is you to have some paper and a pen or computer and laptop and to write down 4 prompts that I'm going to give you. You don't need to write down your response to them yet, just write down the prompts. So the first one today is bird or birds. Bird or birds. The second is the moon. The third is a country. And the fourth is an object you can easily hold in your hand. So something fairly small. So we've got bird or birds, the moon, a country, and an object. And opposite that, I'm going to suggest you write down what comes into your head when you hear those prompts. So I'll just show you how I've done that. So I've just kind of done them opposite, if that makes sense. So take a few minutes to do that. It may be that you want to stop the video and just do that. So come up with those 4 things. Once you have those 4 things, the challenge then is to think how you can put them into a poem. Now you need to make a decision about whether you want to tell a story, whether you want to describe, or however you want to write, whether you want to write a political poem or a humorous poem. You also need to take a decision about the verse form you're going to use. So some people like to use rhyme. Some people like to use a particular form when they do this. So that's completely up to you. So you make all those decisions and then will start to write, keeping to the things that you've already decided, and see if you can get all 4 things that you've come up with into the poem. Okay, so just to take you through how I did that, the birds I chose were swallows, which to me are a sign of summer. The moon was the pink moon, which I think is at its height today, full moon today. The country was India, which has been obviously in the news a lot at the moment because of what's happening there with the pandemic. And the object that you can easily hold in your hand was a crystal, like just a small little crystal that you might find in rocks. So those are my choices that I had to make a poem from. And I decided that I was going to try and have a descriptive element to it, and probably it was going to be quite thoughtful. For that reason, I steered largely clear of rhyme, apart from at the end when I like to use it. And I also broke it down into verses after I had written it, because I wanted my poem to have different stages. And the first stage was highly descriptive, and then it became more reflective. So this is what I came out with. And the place that's mentioned is a lovely little North Pennine village that I discovered fairly recently called Cowes Hill. And the poem is called Swallows Are Returning to Cowes Hill. Swallows are returning to Cowes Hill. Swift voyagers, they knit across the sky, darting over chimneys, wires, hillsides. Perpetually on the wing, they dance across April's pink moon like mica twinkling. Here, I feel it's elemental as I pluck a tiny crystal from a stillness in the last rushing reaches of Killop Burn. Sitting in my hand like a memory, a jewel of fluorspar goes with me, stays, which is what rocks do, though they too get worn down like us and broken. So, soaked in earth's quiet grandeur, I made my slow way home. As darkness fell, on the TV news were images of cremation. So many dying, burning, disappearing into dust. India is gasping and I feel her big chest heave. Life is precious, short and ruthless. Swallows are returning to Cow's Hill. When it is time, like every living thing, they breathe out, they leave. That's the poem that I wrote about swallows and about just a reference to the situation in India, which certainly made me think that day. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I would very much like to have any contributions from yourselves or any comments. So until the next time, you take care. Bye-bye for now.